Hey, what's up, Sumalings? Welcome today. Today I am joined by Natcham and Lloyd from Book Like a Boss. Guys, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Great to be here.
So you guys are a repeat deal and like a favorite amongst the Sumalings. So I'm very excited about today's webinar.
Yeah, us too. Us too. I mean, over since we last launched in May 2017, we've gotten constant emails. Hey, you guys ever going to go again? Ever going to do an LTD? I think we totally shocked everybody by doing this, but we
Yes.
like to
Yeah.
surprise.
We don't have too many. I mean, we do have a handful of repeat deals, but one that was such a fan favorite like this. So we're super excited that you guys are back. So just in case you landed here and you have no idea what Book Like a Boss is, it's an all-in-one solution for scheduling appointments and selling your services online. And it's on AppSumo right now for only $49, which is an insane deal for the value that this tool brings. And in a second, the team is going to take you through a demo and walkthrough. And Lloyd is also going to be answering your questions in the chat box. So if at any point during this webinar, you have a question for the team, go ahead, put it in the chat box. Lloyd will answer it. Then I'll come back on at the end of the demo and ask some of the more frequently asked questions or the most helpful questions. So that way you guys can focus on the demo and not necessarily have to keep your eyes on the chat box. Then again, we're going to answer those at the end. If you can't stay until the end, that's okay, because I'll be sending out a replay to all of you who have registered later today. So that way you can catch up on what you missed or just go back and rewatch it over and over and over again and learn about how to use all the functions.
Like my mother probably will.
Yeah, exactly. She's so proud of you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've got lots of people on today. Like I think there was over 375 people registered. So it's going to be a party,
Sweet.
guys. Let's go ahead and make sure
Awesome.
that you can share your screen, and then I'll let you take it away.
Okay. Let's do that now. Share.
Savannah said she bought 7 yesterday. Is that possible? Does this really stack 7 times?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I was like, Savannah, I don't know. Awesome. Okay, it looks like your screen sharing is working. I'm going to shut my camera down. Again, I'll come back on once you're done with the demo and walkthrough. So take it away.
Fantastic. Okay, so now I'm here with one of my co-founders, Lloyd. And again, Lloyd will be in chat to answer any questions. So those of you, I'm going to assume that you guys don't know what Book Like a Boss is. And what I'll do is I'll walk you through the page a little bit, and then I'll show you how to do some basic setup, walk you through the dashboard, and then maybe we'll set up an appointment to show you how that works. And then we can answer any questions and dig a little deeper if you guys want. First of all, I know your time is valuable, so thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, AppSumo, for putting this deal together. Okay, so this is a sample Book Like a Boss page. As a matter of fact, if you go to booklikeaboss.com/tutorials, or if you go to inside your dashboard, you'll see video tutorials. This is all the videos there are in line with building this page. So if you ever want to see this demo, just go to bookme.name/Steve Smith. And again, the purpose of Book Like a Boss and what it is here to do is to create a landing page that is optimized for selling services, right? And that's what we have here. We wanted to give it a friendly social feel because people buy from people. So you're able to put in your photo, you're able to put in, a dash, change the header photo, etc. And we have some social media links. People can contact you through the system. And I'll show you how that works in the dashboard. You can put a video, so a little bit about yourself, etc. You can customize the text on the side here. We have a gallery, photo gallery here. You can have up to 10 pictures. So you could show different photos of your work, etc. About us text, so people let you know, you tell people who you are. And then, of course, we have our appointment booking. So we have 2 types of bookings. We have appointment bookings where if you're not selling anything, it's just for booking appointments, whether it's a meeting with a friend or a new client or a free consultation or a demo. And then you could also sell a service. You can sell products, digital products, services that are tied to the calendar and services that are not tied to the calendar. So you can offer like logo design that's not calendar based, but still sell them. But this is an example of that. And of course, testimonials, people want to know who has worked with you. Frequently asked questions, people normally ask you. And we have Facebook comments on the bottom. So that's a basic outline of what a Book Like a Boss page is. Of course, you could customize the colors and you can even change the fonts. So let's dig into the dashboard, give you a little bit of an overview here. So this is what your dashboard looks like. And the first thing you'll notice is it'll give you what your recent orders are. If you have anything booked for that day, it'll show you this here, and statistics for appointments, product services sold, and revenue you've done. We have a little link up here that'll take you to video tutorials. So I think that's so important. So many of your questions can be answered just by watching the videos. We've put together over 50 of them for you. And the first thing you're going to want to do is going to go into your profile details. Your name will be there from default when you signed up for the account. And you could put your title, about me text, and you could bold or italicize, strike through, and make anything a link. This is the sidebar info that we showed you. You can add as much text as you want over here on the sidebar. Of course, choose your time zone. We work all over the world. We have, we're working 22 different currencies. So you're going to choose the currency you're working, and of course, your time zone that you're in. And the locale, depending on where you are, is, you work on the 24-hour clock or AM, PM, or how your date is showed, etc. Your public email address is the email address that will be shown when someone replies to any emails that come out through the system. Because when a booking is made, if you have reminders set up, and for the booking itself, they'll get emails coming through the system. So it'll show your email, even though it'll come through the bookme.name URL, but it'll have your name attached to it, and if the reply to email will be your name. You're going to want to put your cell phone number here if you're going to want to put in your, if you want to get text reminders yourself for appointments and bookings. And then if you have a secretary or if you have a partner that you want to get notified for any emails, for any bookings that take place, just put them over here. And whenever a booking takes place, everybody will get an email that's on this list. And here's where you put your social media links. Profile photos, just look through real quick, it's very simple. This is where you put your cover photo and of course, your profile photo. And again, we have videos and everything here, so I'm just gonna go fast so I can answer as many questions as we can. Gallery, very simple to upload pictures. Now you could drag and drop the order of them very simply, as you see here. And whichever is the first picture will be the main picture on your page. So if you see, I put the Never Stop Dreaming. And so now you'll see that that is the first picture in your gallery. Okay, text colors and fonts. This is where you're going to go to choose from several different fonts that we offer you. I know Comic Sans is a big favorite of everybody's. We'll just leave it. We're gonna put on Bookman. I'm a big Bookman fan. And then every section of your page you could color so that it fits your brand, make it uniquely your own. All the different sections, you could color different parts of the section. The emails that go out, you could put the default background colors, etc. for all the different types of emails that go out, reminder emails, cancel emails, pending emails. And your social media colors is actually, there's a bug here we're going to fix, but soon you'll be able to choose your colors for the social media links. And then you can change the header text. So for example, you'll see says about us here. The default is about me, but if you're a company, you can put about us, and that's where you change that. So every header section can be your own wording. And just dig down a little bit more. How it looks on mobile, etc. And then emails that go out, you could put your own custom text. So a confirmation email goes out, you could put a custom message that goes in there. Besides the default information of the booking will be there. But if you want to give instructions, maybe it's driving instructions or Waze link so it could get to your office, you could definitely do that. Or any default message for rescheduling, etc. And if someone clicks, you see that you can take online payments and offline payments. So if somebody takes offline payments, if you take offline payments, then you can give instructions for wiring, or you tell them to bring a check, or it's got to be a bank check, or whatever further instructions you have for that. And just make sure you click update whenever you make any of the changes. Custom footer, this is available in our Venti plan. That you'll be able to customize your footer. I have like a nice video that walks you through everything here. This is where you can customize the colors and customize the text down at the bottom of the page over here. And you can add your logo or have the Book Like a Boss logo if you're part of our affiliate program. Maybe Lloyd, you can put that link in there, makemoneylikeaboss.com, and you can sign up for affiliate program. And so if you have our logo up there, then anybody that clicks on that link, clicks on the logo from your page and signs up for Book Like a Boss, you'll get credited with any sales, which is kind of cool if you're part of our program. And you can show or hide the Power by logo, etc. Again, this is only on the Venti plan. You'll need 2 codes for that. Testimonial section, and make it very easy. You can drag and drop, so whoever you want, first, second, third, whatever it is. You can add as many testimonials as you want. Show you just quickly how you can edit it, put the person's name, title, and text, etc. And then just save the testimonial and you'll be good. Or you can just cancel out because we're not going to change anything. FAQ is also very important, frequently asked questions. And again, you can add as many of these as you want, and you could drag and drop to rearrange the order, and of course, edit them if you need to. Integrations, this is a lot of fun. This is where you're going to put connect to Zoom. Good news is that the free version of Zoom actually works to Book Like a Boss, so that's very exciting. It works great. When somebody makes a booking and you have Zoom connected, they'll get all the Zoom information, and so will you. And so it cuts down on people, hey, how do I connect you? How do I get to Zoom? Everything is in the confirmation emails and the reminder emails. MailChimp, YouTube, that's the video on top that we showed you. Popped in ConvertFox, which actually we just found out they changed their name, I think, to Gist. Also, I think it was an AppSumo deal, but we do integrate with them. Google Analytics for tracking, call page, Facebook Pixel, and if you want to show the Facebook comments on the bottom of your page, turn it on, turn it off. And of course, Zapier, which will make you happier. And we give different examples of different zaps that people do. And we'll definitely be adding many more integrations. A active campaign I know has been requested by a lot of people. We're always looking to, add integrations. Messages, that's where I showed you when people contact you. This is where you'll see the messages and you can delete them or you can reply to them. And it's just a thread of messages back and forth between you. There's no details of the message is shown in the email. They'll just get a link and they'll be able to click on that to see your messages and vice versa. Booking schedule, this is where you set your default schedule. Again, Sunday through Thursday. Sunday, every day of the week, 7 days a week. So like if you're not working on Saturday, so just leave that blank. But let's say you are working on Saturday, so you could drag and drop to put whatever schedules you want. You could add more. So let's say you're open from 8:40 to 5, and now you want to also be open until 9 o'clock, whatever it is. So you just do that, and now you'll be available. These are defaults. Every single appointment, I'm going to get rid of the Saturday ones, but every single appointment, you can override the default so that if you have certain appointments that you're open for certain times for that specific appointment, or you're in a separate office, you're only available for that appointment on those days. So you'll be able to override that, which is pretty cool. Calendar is super important. So this will show you your actual calendar for any bookings that you have. If you connect it to your Google Calendars or iCal or Outlook, Office 365, etc., and you can see you could allow as many calendars as you want, and you can even put padding. So if you have, like, let's say on your personal calendar, you have a wedding or you're going out to dinner or whatever it is. So, and you have that scheduled in your Google Calendar, so you can put some padding in, so nobody could book you an hour before, your personal one. Or you can, and again, you could choose whatever hours you want or minutes, etc. And which ones you want to sync up. If you have multiple calendars per calendar, etc. So I have three connected, and you can just click here to add calendars. So, which is pretty cool. iCloud, Google, Office 365, Exchange, and Outlook.com. And that's, again, if I'm going too fast, don't worry about it. We have videos for everything. Here are your appointments. And again, you have unlimited appointments. So you can make as many appointment types as you like. And I was going to walk you through creating an appointment, but that could just take up too much time and have videos on them. But I'll just show you what it looks like. You put the title, the duration. Is it going to be a 15-minute free consultation, or is it going to be an hour, whatever it is? Cutoff days, that means nobody can book you within whatever time period you put here. So there's no surprises. Let's say you need at least 2 days notice. You just click 2 days and no one can book you. It won't show up as available in your calendar till 2 days later. Intervals, if you want to show every half hour, every 15 minutes, whatever time you want. Maximum cutoff days means nobody, if you put 14, that means nobody could book you 14 days in advance. I'm sorry, later than 14 days. So nobody could book you 3 months later. And you can change this whatever you want. Max participants. On the Vente plan, you get group bookings. So if you're doing a webinar or you're doing some sort of other event or a class, so you could put as many people as you want that can sign up for this specific appointment. Now we'll just leave it at 1. And here you put the description, success message, so that after the booking's made, you can put whatever message you want here. Redirect URL, so that after the booking, let's say you want to bring them to a thank you page, or you want to bring them to another form to fill out, whatever you want to do that. Auto redirect is it'll go there as soon as you someone does the booking, instead of seeing the success message first. You change the text, button text over here. Hide. This is very important because it could be that you have meetings that you want to hide from your main page, right? Because you're creating specific meetings for specific people, right? It's meant to be, the system is meant to be personal meetings and one-on-one meetings or staff meetings, etc. That's not necessarily meant to be on your main page. So just make sure you click that and it'll be hidden. As you see, because we have Zoom connected, so you can create a Zoom meeting. Make sure that's checked if you want it to be a Zoom meeting. So which calendars you want to save this booking for this appointment, which means you can either have all of them or specific ones for this specific meeting that you want attached to specific calendars. And same thing, select which calendars to check for availability for this appointment to make sure that you're available based on the other outside calendars. Of course, click save. Now, also very important, so this is very cool actually. For every appointment that you make, and again, you could make more just by clicking add on and filling it out. You can have as many as you want. What I do is I have one I filled out is like a basic template that I keep for just regular meetings for people, so I could just easily customize, because we do have this feature here that you could copy it and just click copy, and then you can choose you want to copy the full meeting, you can rename it or choose different things and create the appointment, and boom, you'll see that now you have the exact same details of that appointment. You could exit it out, delete it. What I want to show you over here is the light URL and full URL. So besides having your main page, right, every single appointment and service product has its full page URL, which if you click it, I mean, it's really, it'll show, it has basically everything else around the page, but it'll just show you this one specific appointment, which means even if you have 20 appointments on your main page, it's only going to show you this one. That way, you could see up here in the URL that you could send this specific meeting to somebody, or the specific appointment, someone specific, and has all the other information. But let's say the customer already knows who you are, or it's a friend of yours, or whatever it is. We have what's called a light version, and we'll just preview that. And that way you don't need all the information. We just have the basics, who you are. Here's your calendar, free 15-minute consultation, and you're ready to go, which is pretty awesome. That's called our light pages. Now also you can edit these over here, the text over here, for whatever you want. So to make it even more personal, over here, this is the drag and drop that you've seen. That's to edit the appointment. Here is where you override the booking schedule, meaning if you want to use the global settings, you could do that. If you want to use custom settings, you'll do that over here. Or if you want to make it, and you can set the default availability. So let's say this meeting, you're only available on Tuesdays between 9 and 5 because it's at a specific office. So that's what you do, and you click Save These Settings, and that'll make sure that this appointment is only available on Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to cancel that out though. And if you want to make specific dates, you can do that as well. So that if you're doing an event or you're doing a specific appointment at a certain time, you could just choose what dates and times Thursday, March 14th to the 15th, and create a specific date range for the specific type of appointment or service. Also pretty cool feature. Here's where you set up, actually before we get to reminders, here, this is where we put in custom fields, right? Because when you see when somebody makes a booking, right, they choose a date, they choose a time. So you have all the information over here. So you can add whatever questions that you want, any details that you need. And that's called custom fields. And we'll show you that you have, and again, you can drag and drop and edit. And you have different types. You have text field, select menu, a checkbox, text area, or a telephone number. And any of these you can make required, meaning that they cannot complete the booking unless they fill out the information. So we'll exit out of here. Go to reminders. And this is where you set up your reminders. If you want to do 5 days before, we give you up to 5 reminders per appointment. So 5 days, 3 days, 1 day before, an hour before. You want it to be an email reminder, SMS reminder. How much before do you want to get it? Do you want to send to your clients and to yourself, or just to yourself, or just to your clients, just by clicking those boxes? Very simple to do. And and as long as you have your phone number in your profile area, you'll get the SMS message, and your client, if you have SMS, they'll be able to put in their phone number and get text reminders as well. Anyway, that's appointments. I'll just show you the difference between appointments and products and services. It's very similar, but obviously products and services, we're actually selling something, so you need a little bit more information. First of all, we have different package types. We have service, physical product, digital products. Sometimes people want to sell ebooks, or they want to sell video courses, etc. Physical product, when we improve our shopping cart, this will work even better. But like very often, sometimes someone books you and they want to buy, you wrote a book, you want to sell the physical book also. Or if they're doing a yoga class and they want a yoga mat from you, you could sell a physical product. And of course, service. Then you have 2 types of services where it's time-based, right? Or it's not time-based, like creating a logo. And time-based is like you're doing a 1 hour coaching session, right? Payment options, online, offline, or both, right? The price, and also products and services, we allow you to add photos and videos. And again, simple drag and drop to whatever order you want. So if you have specific photos for those products or services, you can just put them there, and that's how you add it. Everything else is the same as we showed you in appointments. This is fun. I feel like I'm talking to myself because I can't see anybody, but hope everybody's there and enjoying this. Coupons, right? Sometimes they say Tuesdays are your slow day, so you could create a coupon that gives a specific discount, either a flat rate or a percentage off. Select the date, when it's available. You could choose, this is cool, from any of your products and services. If you want a specific coupon for a specific type of service, you could do that. And this works great. A great way to drum up extra business. Maxed uses, the order minimum, if there's a minimum. And you can put notes to yourself, make sure it's active or inactive just by clicking that. We're going to cancel that. Embeds, again, we have a video that walks you through this, but if you want to add videos on your current WordPress site or other websites, this is what we do here. You would choose which appointment or service, or you could do both. You could put as many as you want in one embed, or you could just put 1 per embed. On the page that you're putting it on, you could only have 1 embed on the page. But you could have multiple services and products on a page just by adding them over here. And you can customize the colors to match your website, etc. And when you save the embed, I don't know if I filled out everything. They'll give you the code, just copy that code, put it in, and you're good to go. Payment settings, this is where you set up your Stripe account, Square account, or PayPal. And orders, where you see your orders. And you could delete them, or you could view more details about the specific order just by clicking there. These are all the details. And if you want to reschedule the appointment or cancel it, you can do that from here as well.
Nachum, I'm just going to jump in there quickly on the payment settings there. If you set PayPal and let's say Stripe, when your customer comes to make payment, they will be given the option either to pay by PayPal or by Stripe. So it gives them just a little bit of flexibility as to which payment method they would like to use. Yeah, and then obviously on a service level, you can choose it to be paid online, offline, or both. So yeah, I'll let you carry on.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, PayPal works with, you can have PayPal on Square and PayPal on Stripe. PayPal and one of the other two, or just PayPal, etc. Thank you so much, Lloyd, for that. Bookings, these are specifically bookings that are time-based, calendar-based. And then you have your client list, shows your clients, and then you could export your client list, name and email. We try to make it very easy to really walk you through everything. I mean, you can see this is easier than drag and drop the system, and that was done purposely. We want to make this available and accessible for everybody. They really don't have to know any how to do anything technically. We try to make it simple just by showing you, walking you through everything every step of the way. Billing, it's not really going to affect you guys.
Hello, can you hear me? We can no longer see your screen.
Can't see my screen. Okay, let me check that. When did it go off?
It just went off. You actually kind of glitched out for a second. Your whole camera and screen were gone, and then now you're back, and we can see you. However, your screen is still missing.
There we go. You should be back now, right?
Let's see. I think so. Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. So I showed you, I guess the last thing I showed you when I went out was the tutorial videos. We have tons of different videos you could check out and definitely watch them. You guys probably heard me leave the message. You don't really need to see them, but there they are. And the billing is not going to really affect you. Account settings, get to in a second. Change plan won't affect you. If you need some help, first of all, we have over here, see this little widget, intercom. Just click that, and one of us will answer. You can search for questions over here. And if not, we work hard to get back to everybody within 24 hours. So that, I mean, that's really great customer service. People love that. So they can put in the questions and we get back to you. And we also have a Facebook group with over 3,000 bosses that you're welcome to join and ask questions and share ideas, tips, etc. Just want to show you one more thing. That's account settings. This is where you'll change your email address and your password if you want to change your password. This is where you put in your affiliate ID. Again, if you go to makemoneyLikeAboss.com and you put in your affiliate ID and your password and you save it, then anytime someone clicks on any of your Book Like a Boss links from any email that goes out or for your page, etc., you'll get credited with the sale. We have paid out tens of thousands of dollars to people, and people are making residual income, which is awesome. Languages, you can choose from over 5 different languages: English, Dutch, French, German, and Spanish. Just click Spanish just to show you that works. Just click update, and boom, everything's in Spanish. How do I get out of here? I don't know Spanish. Hold on. Is that this one? We're going to go back to English. Let me just show you something actually that's on the languages though. So now, obviously, anything that you could customize yourself is not going to be in Spanish. But so you still have to go in and put it into whatever language you're working with. Actually, yeah. Oferta de servicios. So the main things will now be in whatever language you picked. Las horas enten. How's my Spanish? My wife actually speaks Spanish. Okay. We'll go back here, and then we're just going to put it back to English, basically because that's I'm actually most comfortable in. And boom, back to English. GDPR compliant. We work very hard to make sure we're compliant. You can turn this on and off. When you turn it on, on your orders page, you'll be able to totally delete your client's information from our system. Obviously, we take security and your client's information very seriously. None of us has access to it, and you can delete it just by making sure that's on. And then custom domains, where again, we have a video walking through this, but you could have domains.yourname.com or www.yourname.com, whatever you want to use to create custom domains. And that's it. That's the basic overview. Hope you enjoyed it, and here to answer any questions.
Awesome. We've got lots of questions. Let's see. I can't get my camera to turn on. Am I gonna? There we go. I'm really close, guys. Sorry about that. All right. I do want to start it off with Savannah said, this is so much better than others I've tried. That's why I've bought it for so many of my clients. And I saw a couple people who have said that they're already ditching their current service provider for this one. So you did a really great job at this demo and walkthrough. So thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Did too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get on with some of the questions. And Lloyd, you did a great job answering. There were a lot of questions. I've just kind of cherry picked a few that I thought would be the most helpful. And I just froze there for a second. Okay, so Jai is asking, if I have multiple businesses, would the best thing to be to have different packages, appointments, just as embeds on various websites? Is that the easiest way to do that if you have multiple businesses?
That is the easiest way. If you have, let's say, 2 businesses and 2 websites, and you really don't want to send anybody to your Book Me page, but you just want to use the system and use embeds, you could do that. Just keep in mind, if somebody books you for your first business at 4 p.m., you're not going to be able to, that time availability won't show up on your second business. So as long as you're, let's say you're a writer and a designer, and you're one person, but you have 2 different businesses, and you use the same calendars, that would work well. But if you're really 2 separate businesses and you need to be opened, for those 2, for both those businesses for the same hours, then you'd probably be better off with 2 different accounts.
Okay, good. And speaking of 2 different accounts, Jack is asking, our practice has 2 team members with 2 different calendars offering slightly different services. Can we use one Book Like a Boss account, or do they need multiple?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a similar question to the last one. I would say you would need separate accounts. Right now, Book Like a Boss was created specifically for the individual, for the freelancer, side hustler, side gigger. So we do hope to come up with an enterprise version, hopefully later this year, where you'll be able to have more than one person per account. But for now, it's probably best in your situation to have 2 different accounts.
Okay, awesome. And John is asking, is it possible to have someone click and accept a terms of service checkbox with a link to a doc as a condition of signing up for an appointment?
So I believe so, yeah. If you go, and Lloyd, you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but in the the custom fields, you could create a box that they have to require that says, you agree to our terms and services, and that could be a link that'll take you to a page that shows your terms and services. And so they have to click it to say, hey, yeah, we read it, and yeah, we accept it. So that is something you can do.
Great. And so this may be related, it may not, I'm not sure. Steve is asking, can you offer a free download with the sign up that pushes to a CRM?
Sure. If it's a redirect URL, then you can do that. Just after the booking, you just put in the link and it'll automatically go there.
All right. And Martin is asking, is it possible to add a video to the page, but not just YouTube videos? He uses VooPlayer.
Right now, it's just YouTube.
Okay. And let's see, Jai is asking, does the multiple appointment service product embed show one calendar on the page or multiple calendars on the page, like one calendar for each appointment type?
Right. So if you remember in the demo, when you're creating the embeds, you could put as many, like if you have 6 different appointments and 12 different services, you could put them all into one embed, and then they'll all display on whatever page you put that embed in. But you can only have one embed per page. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, just in addition to that, it shows obviously the one calendar and a series of buttons above that calendar. So as you select each one of those appointments or services that you offer, it brings up that availability. So you might have 10 different appointments, and each one of those appointments has a different range of availability. So as you click on those services, it would pull up the the availability and just show those links, those slots that are available.
Awesome. So Jonathan is asking, can you set it up so that people can book multiple hours? He says, I bill by the hour or part thereof, and I want to allow clients to book an appointment of any length.
So currently you can't do it easily. You could only, what you could do is you create a 1 hour appointment or a 2 hour appointment, just by copying it. And so people could choose a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. When we update our shopping cart, you will be able to choose, your clients will be able to choose specific hours and other customizations. But right now, you probably just have to create multiple services or products for that are time-based based on the hours you're selling.
Perfect. And maybe you could talk a little bit about the different deals. So if you buy one deal, you get this deal, but if you buy two, you're upgraded to the Venti plan. Maybe you could tell them the difference between the 1 and 2 codes.
Sure. So the one deal, the one deal is basically basic services, everything that we have listed on the page. If you upgrade to Venti, you'll get 100 text reminders a month. You'll also get custom domains. You'll get brand removal if for some reason you want to remove our beautiful, beautiful Book Like a Boss branding. Mm-hmm. And you'll also get group bookings. So for classes or events or webinars and stuff like that. So by upgrading, you will get those. You'll get those additionally to all the other great features that you get with the Grande plan.
Okay, awesome. And is there a recurring booking feature, sort of like a subscription, like maybe a monthly group or a monthly station or something?
Yeah, I'm smiling just because that's one of our most requested features, and so we don't have it now. I do have a video that shows you how some people do it, where because we have the redirect. So if someone books five appointments, let's say a 5-appointment package. So after they book the first appointment, they can redirect it to the second appointment and the third one, fourth one, fifth one. It's not the cleanest way to do it, but in a future release, we'll include recurring payments.
Okay. Now, what about what if you want to have different options for the meeting? So, for example, let's say I have a 15-minute consult, which it could be a call, a Zoom meeting, or in person. Are there ways to put options for where that meeting occurs?
No, for now, if the meeting is going to be a Zoom meeting, then you'll have to make that a Zoom meeting. If it's in person, then just mention that an in-person half-hour meeting. That'll be a second type of appointment. You can't choose what type of appointment from within the specific appointment.
Gotcha. And Shirley was asking, does this page show up in Google indexing?
Yep.
Okay, great. And we have lots of integration questions. Ready? I'm just going to name them off and you say yes, no, thinking about it, whatever you guys want to say. All right?
Okay.
Rapid fire here, guys. All right, what about MailerLite?
We haven't had too many requests. I'll just to heads up the questions. In terms of integrations, we do them based on customers' requests. And so we have we take every request and we put it in a to-do list. And based on demand, that's how they move up the list. But gotcha. MailerLites, we have had a bunch, so it's definitely on our to-do list. But we're not, we don't know exactly when it will go live.
Okay, what about TeamViewer?
Never heard of it.
Infusionsoft.
I've had a bunch of Infusionsoft, so I think that's it's very much so on the cards. But as I mentioned on the chat here, that post AppSumo, we'll be discussing all the integrations and a number of requests. I've tagged every request that's come in, so it's just a matter of priorities and what happens in the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay, awesome. What about ConvertKit?
Haven't had too many requests.
Okay, 24 sessions?
We've had a few, I think, because I believe that was also an AppSumo deal.
It was, yeah.
But currently we don't have any plans for that.
Okay, and what about does Book Like a Boss integrate with Apple's iCal?
100%.
Yes, yeah.
Great, awesome. And Martin wants to know, what's the next big feature coming to Book Like a Boss? Ooh, Martin's asking the good questions.
Yeah. So because I don't want to say this the wrong way, but we are being watched very closely. I can't tell you that what our plans are and where the product is today is going to be way different, come a year from now, 2 years from now. So I don't want to give too much away, but before we even get there, there's so many improvements that we need to do. Recurring payments, fixing up the shopping cart. We want to do some design changes. A lot of these questions were asked, and a lot of, we literally have a to-do list of over 100 different things, and we have a lot in various different stages of development. So we're first going to want to really perfect what we have now and focus on that and fixing up different things like the SMS messages. People wanted more details in the messages. They want to customize the messages, customize emails further. That's coming pretty soon. So for now, we're just going to focus on, what our bosses have been requesting the most. But, we're really just getting started. We really launched with AppSumo back in 2017. And, we've been bootstrapping and, but the future is very bright. We're trying to take things patient and do things right. And I think you see that. I think you see that from the software, and I think our bosses see that, and that's why they love the product. We really try to do things right. We try to do things without bugs. We try to do things that work smooth. But as the code gets bigger, adding any feature, just takes way more time. So I, in terms of great features to come, I would just say stay tuned.
Good answer. I love how you call your customers bosses. That's so fun. It's like you automatically become bosses by using Book Like a Boss. I love that.
Exactly.
So is there you talked about the upcoming features and how it kind of depends on how many quote unquote votes that these features get. Is there a place online where these people can go and to vote for these features, or it's just coming in through your customer support channels?
So we in the Facebook group, we definitely we ask people from time to time what features they like, but we really, just from we've been gathering a lot of data. The last year and a half has really been about building out the features we promised first time around, and really listening to our customers and putting together a to-do list. So we pretty much know just from the thousands and thousands of users that we have, we know what most people want. So there's not much to vote on this time, but definitely we are and our bosses will tell you this, that we're very reactive to our bosses. Like, we aim to please, and we really want to make our bosses happy. And so it's not like, hey, we're going to do something that nobody wants. We're very focused on, listening to our customers and doing what they request.
Awesome. Well, this has been very helpful. And again, Lloyd, you did a great job answering most of the questions in the chat box. So where can the Sumo-lings reach out to you if they have a question after this webinar that they would like answered?
So if you go to booklikeaboss.com, you'll see the intercom button on the bottom right-hand corner. So they could click that and chat with us through there. If they already have an account, then in the dashboard, as I showed you, you contact us through there. That's probably the best way. That way, if you contact us through intercom, then it gets categorized and listed, and it's just much more efficient to contact us that way.
Awesome. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for doing this demo. And guys, Sumo-lings, thank you for watching it. As I mentioned earlier, I will be sending out a replay later today. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Wait, one more thing.
One more thing. Go ahead. Yeah.
Quick shout out to our CTO, David Dukowitz, who couldn't be here today. He's at a family celebration, but he's the guy, he's the CTO, and he pretty much coded everything that you saw. And also we have another person who works for us, but he likes to remain anonymous. But just want to say thank you, because it's really about the team and people behind the company, and I'm just so grateful to be able to work with everyone. So thank you, and thank you everybody for taking the time to join us.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.